Well, good morning. My name is Fernando Marisca. I'm from Class A and I'm going to present cryptocurrencies, the asset of the future. Next slide. First, the outline. Well, in this presentation, we are going to tackle the topics of what are cryptocurrency, the history, then we are going to dive into Bitcoin and altcoins, then we are going to talk about the advantages and disadvantages to reach a conclusion and some recommendations. That's it. Well, first I want to start with a quote from Peter Thiel, co-founder of PayPal, which says, "I do think Bitcoin is the first encrypted money that has the potential to do something that can change the world." Well, let's start. What are cryptocurrencies? A cryptocurrency is a digital or virtual currency that's nearly impossible to counterfeit or double spend because of the technology it uses, like cryptography and blockchain. The main feature of these assets is that they are immune to government interference or manipulation because it is a decentralized software or company. Each coin is basically a computer file that is stored in a digital wallet and accessed by smartphone apps or internet-enabled devices. And because of cryptography and blockchain, if you need a key, and without that key you cannot enter your wallet, and that is why it is very secure. But also, if you lose the key, you will lose everything. So that's something to take into account. Then, cryptocurrencies are tradable assets, so they receive their price by the law of supply and demand. That's why some cryptos has higher prices or low. Next slide, please. There are 19,490 coins listed according to CoinMarketCap, and I want to ask you, how many dollars do you think is worth the crypto market right now?
Like a trillion?
Like a trillion, more or less?
1.9 billion.
Alright. Well, the market cap of the entire crypto market is of $1.3 trillion as of right now, according to CoinMarketCap. Well, let's talk about history. I know you don't like to talk about history, but I think it is important. So I will be brief with my explanation, don't worry. Well, in 1980s, the idea of cryptocurrency arises when David Chung, an American cryptographer, creates digital money. But it was not until 1990s when the softwares and the software were created that later helped to make cryptocurrencies. Well, in 2008, 2009, this market started to grow because of the launch of Bitcoin. I want to ask you, who is the creator of Bitcoin? No, somebody knows.
Nakamoto.
Yes. Well, yes and no. The creator of Bitcoin are a group of programmers or a person that use the name of Satoshi Nakamoto, but it's a fake name, so nobody really knows who is the real creator of Bitcoin. In 2010, Bitcoin is valued for the first time. It is a really funny story because a man bought 2 pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoin, and nowadays that is an amount that is $300 million worth. So I think that pizza was delicious because it is a lot of money. In 2011, rival cryptocurrencies emerged that are called altcoins, which improve the structure of Bitcoin to give more value to investors. Then in 2012 to 2015, crashes and scams happened. The price of Bitcoin rose to 1,000 and then it fell to 300, and it took the Bitcoin to 2 years to go again to 1,000, and that was due to scams regarding Bitcoin and all the problems it had. In 2016, Ethereum was launched, which is another cryptocurrency, and it took the spotlight of that year because of all the new things that it gave the investors, like smart contracts and apps, and Bitcoin stayed behind in that year. In 2017 was the year of cryptocurrency because in that year the market rose from 11 million to 300 million, so the growth was very exponential. Nowadays, the crypto market is very well established, there are many exchanges where you can buy and sell your crypto. And the next thing is to use those same cryptos to buy regular things like food or to pay gasoline or like that. But that is still in early development. Well, now let's talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin offers the promise of lower transaction fees, speed, and privacy because it is decentralized. It is the most important cryptocurrency because it moves the entire market. If Bitcoin goes up, the entire market goes up. If Bitcoin goes down, the entire market goes down. Also, Bitcoin it is very volatile. Bitcoin's all-time high was around November 10, 2021, and it was around $68,990. Nowadays, the price is between 30 to 35,000. So as you can see, the volatility is very high. The maximum number of Bitcoin that will be ever produced is 21 million because that is what the protocol said. I want to ask you, when do you think will be the last Bitcoin mined? When?
Like 2,100, something like that.
Yes, more or less like in 2140, the last Bitcoin will be mined and there will be no more Bitcoins because of the protocol. As you can see, the price of Bitcoin has rose exponentially in the last few years. Here, because investors started to see that it has a lot of potential, and the entire market also rose like that in that period of time. Altcoins. Altcoins are other cryptos that are not Bitcoin. There are a lot of altcoins, and I want to ask you: do you know any other cryptocurrency apart of Bitcoin and Ethereum?
Dogecoin.
Yes, that is one. Well, the altcoins are classified in 5 types of altcoins. Mining based, which its name said, are created through mining. Stable coins that are backed up by the dollar or by gold, and the price is always one, always. Doesn't matter what the market does. Security tokens that are like the equivalent to stocks, and it gives equity to its investors, like dividends or like that. Meme coins, like my partner said, are based on jokes, and they obtain a lot of gains in short-term periods because of the popularity it gains, because of social media and what influencers do with that. Utility coins are very similar to security coin tokens, but the only difference is that they do not offer like dividends or equity. They are used for other things. Now, let's talk about Ethereum, which is the most important altcoin. Ethereum is described as the world's programmable blockchain. This is very important because it is better than Bitcoin in many aspects because of the smart contracts and all the things that it offers in its ecosystem, because its ecosystem is very complete. Nowadays, there are approximately 120 million Ethereum in the market. It doesn't have a limited supply, but there can only be created 18 million a year. So it is like this. Now that we know all of this, let's talk about the advantages of cryptocurrencies. The first one is transaction speed. Because of all the technology it uses and all the blockchain, and it is very rapid to do transactions between users because of all the technology. Also, because of that, the transaction costs are way lower than normal transactions because the blockchain moves very quickly and it is very simple for those programs to make transactions. Security, because it uses cryptography and blockchain security, it is almost impossible to hack one of these wallets, but also it is where if you lose your key or something like that, you lose everything, so that is something to take into account. Also, for investors, diversification. Cryptocurrencies are non-correlated assets, which means that they do not move the same way as other assets like the stocks or commodities. And as you can see, the industry growth is still very huge. disadvantages because it is a very new asset or technology. It is very volatile, as you may see. It can have beautiful highs or bad lows. There are legal hassles because of the privacy. Many crime organizations use them to launder money or to pay their clients. It is very difficult for governments to not know how to tax the gains of cryptocurrencies, and because it is decentralized, nobody can help you if you have any problem with this market. So yes, something to take into account. Which trends show that these assets are the future of crypto market, but it needs to improve, as well as the investors who need to learn more about the advantages and know how to take advantage of them, and also the disadvantages to reduce the risk. Thanks for your attention. The references if you want to learn more. Next session.
Okay, so you said in your presentation you said that cryptocurrencies can be mined. How is this process and what do I need for mining one cryptocurrency?
Good question. Well, the process of mining is when a computer starts to solve the puzzles, like puzzles on blockchain, to create a coin or something like that, and the owner or the one who created it is rewarded with one of that. And if you can use like chips or something like that to mine also. But it is very electricity. You need a lot of electricity to do it, and it is not like very worth it. Only one for you. If you want to do it, it is not very worth for you to mine.
What do you think about NFTs?
Okay, now when you go to the tokens, it is very interesting because it is how art is moving nowadays, because it is like an image, you own it and you are like the only one with that image. But also something very interesting is that that image also gives you benefits. Like I have researched that an image can take you to Paris or can give you other coins that give you money. Like one guy who have an NFT, and in 2 days made $2 million because of only having it. Because they created their own coin and they gave them to him because he was the owner of that thing.
Do you think cryptocurrencies are going to be important in the future?
I think that yes, because of all the benefits it has against money. There are some things that they need to improve, like security and all of that, but I think that the future is headed to the use of cryptocurrency more regularly in our daily lives.
What do you think is a good moment to invest in cryptocurrencies?
Good question. When do I think it is a good time? When you have capital, because you need money, but also you need education. You need to know when to buy and sell, because it is a very volatile market. So if you go and you buy something, you will lose money almost for certainty. But you need to learn first, and then you can enter the market. And with money, you can obtain a good amount of money if you know what you are doing.
What do the big banks and the mainstreams, what do the big banks and the mainstream institutions think about Bitcoin?
Before they thought that it was not like a competitor and they didn't take a lot of attention to it. But nowadays, JP Morgan, a very big bank, recognizes the importance of Bitcoin and are starting to implement it. So I think that they are starting to see that they need to start using them.
In your presentation, you mentioned you need a key to access your wallet where you have your bitcoins. And this key, is it based on digital numbers or letters with numbers? Or?
Yes, you can create digital number. You create a digital wallet through MetaTask or through Trust Wallet, and then it gives you the number of the code, and you use it like your normal password or like that.
What if I use like
You lose everything. As I said, it is not backed by anything, so you lose your key, you lose the money there. There's no way to recover it. Any other question? Okay, thanks for your attention.